I'm gonna jump their ass in.
Signature to the
And somebody just
Oh,
blew.
I don't have no signature jewelry on.
Shell, baby,
Hey,
it
honey.
just blew. Hey. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. We pre-showing. We pre-rolling behind the scenes. Sharon and Karen. You already know the biz. Waiting for
Come
Nick Nash.
in.
Waiting for Nick Nash to come on in, brother.
All right.
Mhm.
Man, my motherfucking makeup dude, that nigga left.
Yo, who?
My makeup dude got my skin looking all blotchy.
Oh, I was when you said makeup, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, yeah, I got a makeup dude. I got boom mics. I got a cameraman. I got all that happening. Don't even
Oh,
think
Oh,
okay.
about
okay.
it.
Okay.
Craft
Okay.
services. What? Hold on, watch this.
Nigga said
Hold on, watch
craft
this. Watch this.
services.
Hold
Nah,
on, watch
craft
this.
services.
Got
Get it
craft
I
right.
ain't,
services, nigga. You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
mad
saying?
at you.
We in the building. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I ain't mad at you on the craft services
What
side of the
what the
game.
shit here?
Trust.
Some other
Hey,
shit.
old Nick.
Say
You know, it's a
craft.
whole production for me.
Don't cry for you. I got one thing.
Wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Hat provided by my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying?
Sound
Shirt
like
too.
another bloop. Sound like a Nick Nass right there. And
All these haberdasheries.
well, this looks like we can hit him with where's Shell go?
Oh no. She'll be
What?
back though. After these messages,
Let us hit them
she'll be
with
right back.
the and we are officially live at 5/7 Central from the Piranha Pond. What's up, everybody out in digital land? Welcome,
Hey.
welcome you guys back to the Piranha Pond StreamCast live at 5/7 Central. I am your illustrious host, Kingfish Mac, joined as usual by the Piranhas in Scott Pond. To the left of me, always best of me, my boy, Mr. Frank the Non-Flyer. How you doing, baby boy? Frank froze up on us.
I'm having technical difficulties.
Well, we
Everybody
can
sound like chipmunks right now.
we can hear you and see
Like,
we can
and
hear
he
you and
gave.
see you good.
I'm finna
Would you
tap out and tap back in.
would
Okay. You had
okay,
set him up too with a good introduction.
that's right. My brother from another mother, you guys know who it is, Mr. Nick Nass. What's happening with your flamethrower? See you hot over there. You're burning hot.
Try to make it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
And a
Try
year
to,
older.
yeah, try to duck and dive. You know what I'm saying?
All I
Doing
can
my
say
thing.
is you can talk. All I can say is you can talk that up in the mountains, up in the hills shit if you want to, and all that way up at the top of California, mid coast, central coast. But I know where you come from, boy. You come from Inglewood. Don't play with me.
Oh
Ooh.
my god!
Ooh.
From the wood where we up to no good.
Oh, I see
That boy
you.
from the wood today,
Inglewood.
boy. Don't play. That boy ain't from no New Rose, New Orleans, Seaside, none of that. He from
He hooded and wooded
Inglewood.
today.
Oh yeah, now you
Mm-mm.
caught the trouble. 111th place, huh? That's why I cut my teeth at for the
Indeed,
California lifestyle. So
indeed.
I can never forget that.
Let's get my boy Frank the Flyer back in here again, brother. Brother, what's happening with you?
Hey, I'm back. God damn it, I had some technical difficulties, but I'm in the building now. We punning And yes, just yawning. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
How's
right.
everybody
Fever
doing this fine evening?
hanging in there. And you guys know what it is. You guys know who brings all the beauty and the bling bling to the pond. My beautiful cousin, Miss Nick Mo. What's up,
Wow. What's up,
baby?
everybody?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
What you guys been up to this weekend? How was the Thanksgiving and birthday celebrations?
Extravaganza.
Oh yeah, I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, low
Nick,
key.
Nick, what you turn? 27?
Yeah, 37.
37.
Yeah,
Ah, all right.
you know what I'm saying. I got too many grades for 27, but I'm like
You know,
Peter Pan, forever young though. So you never know. Some days 27, some days 37. You know what I'm saying?
I know some 27s that got more grades than me at 56, right? But I'm 56 like 27. How about that?
How
Oh
about
yeah.
that?
Like 37.
You know what I'm saying? But to keep it all transparent, now I'm 48 years old and proud of it. You know what I'm saying? So can't do that. You know what
Another one.
I'm saying?
Another moon, another
Another,
earth passing the sun shot, right?
right.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Hope this
You
trip
know what I'm
around
saying?
the sun be
Yeah.
your best one yet.
And look, in all these years, man, thank y'all for your guidance and stuff, man, because you know what I'm saying, without God, my mama, you, and all the other ones, the matriarchs and the patriarchs, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have this knowledge and this wisdom that I possess right now. And not now I'm not worried about using it because it's needed these days. So
Man.
Yeah.
That's
you
right.
know what
Good
I'm
looking
saying?
out.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I will say this, right? Of course, wouldn't be me and your relationship, right? If I don't take the opportunity to shoot you a zinger and shit, right?
What's that?
But in full disclosure and shit, man, why you ain't gonna tell them that I called you at 7 o'clock on your birthday and you couldn't tell me how old you were?
Uh,
What you was deep in thought, nigga? Wait a minute.
what? What the
I
Hello?
hell?
said,
You
am I
can't remember
48?
your
I'm
age.
47? Wait a
Come
minute.
on now.
I said,
Now
nigga,
that's
what you
transparency.
mean?
I had to start counting on my fingers. I was like 73, 83,
Uh,
93,
you
2003.
What up,
always
Hurricane?
subtracting when you were
What's,
born from
what's
the
going on,
current
Dipset?
year you're
What up,
in.
Dip, baby? How you doing?
What's the Dipset? Thank you, thank you. Yes, I had to do all this New Orleans thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Doing too much.
yeah. Hey
Hello,
mother,
Mama
Hey,
Nell.
Auntie
you know what I'm saying?
Nell.
Yeah, because them, like I'm saying, like the years just been zooming by, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been I have no regrets and I did all of it like I need to do, you know what I'm saying? Jet setting. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no thing,
I ain't mad at you, bro.
you
Look,
know. So
I talk that shit, right? But I cheated down 10 years for 20 years on purpose. So hey, I ain't
yeah.
mad at you, nigga. Forget as many of them as you need to, brother.
Right, pile them in, pile them in.
hey, hey, no, look, I thought I was in the upper echelon. I was like, am I 50 now? Did I, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking
I was
Lord.
like, man, I got a couple of
He's in
more
the upper
years.
echelon.
Yeah, I thought I was in the upper echelon. I said I'm the 5
Yeah.
O's.
Felicia gonna feel some kind of way about that. She said, "You ain't never gonna be in the same group, bro. You
No,
always gonna be a
I,
little pipsqueak to her."
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, at least I could say, you know
You
what I'm
ain't the
saying?
big
I don't,
5-0 yet,
He
though.
say no. You still get no halves on that.
no,
No.
I still got to sit outside the room. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
If you
still a
so,
kid.
yeah, I still got to sit outside the room.
That's all right,
I,
Nick. I could.
look,
I'll tell you what we talk about because
If you
I'm allowed.
outside the room, nigga, I'm all outside the
I've
house.
always been allowed in the room, even when I was a tot. I got that relationship. Sorry
Yeah,
about that, fellas.
I just I'm
Maybe
cool.
it's a girl McLean thing. So we're
Yeah,
just so fucking cool. That's what it is.
you know what I'm
Nigga,
saying? I
I ain't
just
even in the house.
yeah. Look, I just made my own room. I had my own room. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. You
He
know.
said I
So
have my own room.
Hey,
I
the
heard
best one.
about that.
yeah. But look, I did have a dream about those. You know what I'm saying? On Thanksgiving, I was just thinking about those stuffed bell peppers, man, with that shrimp and that dirty rice.
Love you too.
You know what I'm saying? And the shrimp
Hey,
topped with the
Mama Yogi.
breadcrumb. Mama Yoga.
Hey, mom, love you.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I could think about is those stuffed bell peppers, man. I just needed one just to make my soul feel good.
Tina made some melatonin.
Oh yeah, that would have
Me
been
and
all
me,
good too. You know what I'm saying? So little cornbread. But like I said, you know, next year we gotta do something big. And shout out to Ronald Mack. I seen them pictures, you know what I'm saying? All this
Yeah.
little family unit. I was like, oh yeah. You know, I think one of these times we'll have to do a New Orleans Thanksgiving all over again. Shout out to my Uncle June, little cousin Alex, you know what I'm saying? Finally
Yeah, I
made
got a
it
little
home.
cousin named Alex too.
Oh, fine. Oh, good.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Yay.
that was his first Thanksgiving over there,
Oh,
you know, back
yay.
with his dad in the little family, the little family
That's
unit
a
over there.
blessing.
You know
A
what I'm
blessing.
saying? So yeah.
Shout out to Rochelle. What's up?
Hey, say what's up, girl?
What's
How
up,
you
Ro?
doing?
Look,
What's going on, Ro?
It's funny that you will put this comment right here because it's a great segue into our topic of the day, right? So during the topic meeting,
Mm.
during
Sound
the
like it's gonna be a good one.
during the twice meeting topic meeting, my boy Franklin on Flyer
Let me get ready.
he posed the question in the form of a video link. Video link is here. It's kind of lengthy. Give you a little background, right? B Simone, if you don't know who B Simone is, she's a member of Wild 'N Out. She's a vlogger. She's a Renaissance woman. She sells makeup, perfume, and she does stand-up comedy and videos, and she bought her bread. B Simone has been the victim of uh, Black Twitter and Instagram draggings on several different occasions because of shit that she said uh, or either shit that she has done. In this case, what she did is she made an Instagram post to the effect. I'm not going to try to quote it, but I will give you the gist of it. And it was just saying how she loves her black men, this, that, and the third, and whatever various qualities about the black man is, right? So, chick named Cynthia G, who is a very popular female vlogger, black woman vlogger in what I don't even know what to call it. In our space, in the black male politics space, we just call it the manosphere. So I don't know what the women would call it, but she's really about social politics that are in favor of women, women empowerment, and very, very critical in her conversations on the role of the black man in relation to the black woman. Make no mistake about it, Cynthia G is not in the minority. She's got like 85,000 followers on her YouTube channel, right? 85,000 subs. She put this video up yesterday. Less than 24 hours, it did 60,000 views with like 5,000 likes. So she ain't no punk in the space, right? She's fairly influential, and I would venture to say that she speaks in the voice of the women who kind of are in that push and pull with black men over social politics, social and racial politics. So here's what she had to say about B Simone.
Plantation. So Black women need to understand the history. Black women need to do the research. Black women really need to start paying attention to what it is that Black men are showing and what they're telling, not these silly little frivolous attempts from individual Black men to show some type of affection. So Black women, while you're attempting to try to find ways to become more feminine and cater to Black men are on social media expressing their disdain for you. We know what their disdain looks like. We may not be able to provide examples of what they're doing to show affection and love and like, but we can provide a number of different examples backed by videos, backed by vlogs, backed by songs, backed by anything where they're expressing disdain. And then you have Black women like B Simone, that's the epitome of everything that's wrong with the Black community. And I'm not saying that she's wrong for expressing affection towards her male counterparts, because this is something that's normal and that Black women are compelled to do. The problem here is that these sentiments are not reciprocated. And B. Simone knows that they're not reciprocated because she's been pandering to various different black male or off black male rappers. And by off black male, I mean Drake, who literally have not given her any attention or returned her affections.
So,
Wow.
yeah, well, she feel like she feel. So the question of the day, the topic of the day is, how do we, or do we, truly value one another in relationships as black men and black women? What kind of, how do we look at one another in terms of the importance of the other person being in the relationship with you, and their particular whatever value they bring to that relationship? Piranha, talk to me.
For the people in the cheap seats, repeat the question.
I'm trying to wait for this dog to quit barking. What I said was, in terms of how we look at one another, uh, in terms of relationships, right?
Mhm.
How do we, or do we actually value one another, the opposite person in the relationship? Like, where are we in terms of how you value the woman or the man who you're trying to be with, and what they bring to the table, or what they might need to bring to the table?
I just find that personally that there's no even give and take. The reason I personally feel that way. Um, I mean, same scenario. Girl meets boy, boys meets girl. Kicking it, stuff going well. You trying to make the decision if you wanna, if how and what way you want to invest in the relationship. Um, and what that look like today. What if it's long distance? I mean, are you like, are you starting off with friends with benefits? I'm just, it's just that I don't find this a give and take. I find that even in situations that I know that I'm serious about, and I'm trying to like be that person, I just don't feel like it's even.
Yeah.
And, and
So,
and it's not with just one particular guy. I just don't feel like the odds of being on the same page at the same damn time so damn hard.
so my okay. I'm just gonna bring it to the real. I'm just gonna take the hit for everybody, right? So with me, the dysfunction comes in when neither one of y'all put 100% into the situation, right? Because I'm secure in who I am and what I could bring to the table. It's no question asked. So I got the simple shit handled. I know how to get up and wash my ass. I could cook, clean, so forth and so on, right? So when it comes to actually life changes decisions on where we need to move, I'm gonna take the forefront in that. I'm gonna actually, take that fade and bring it to the forefront. So I don't need the person that's bringing 100% with me. This woman that's we reflection of who both of us are. Where she's a reflection of who I am, because I'm here to not say to be a savior for none of the situation that life works out for you. Then to the point that I'm making is like, we're gonna go. I'm gonna protect. I'm gonna gather. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna serve God. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have that spiritual bond. Now, if it's anything less than, because I know what the universe designed you for is to be emotion, to cherish each other, to motivate me to get out there and say everything's gonna be okay and make it a peaceful place after I go out here battling the world, right? If you don't have that basic understanding and that level of communication, that the shit is gonna fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual bond, energy, even exchange. Add it all up.
I mean, Nick. I mean, what you saying is not even. Let's say we're not even there yet. Let's say we still trying to get on pace to, hey, or we're gonna meet this weekend to even spend some time together. We're gonna try to like get it
So
together to go out and like I'm just saying, like
so the thing is, right? So in life experiences, I'm gonna tell you, I know out of the fucking situation, right? So in life experience, how you start out, that's how
yeah,
it's always gonna be. You know what I'm
and
saying?
I'm
So
yeah,
so the thing is, right? What I seen in my travels in life, how we say, if I'm a court you,
right.
you know what I'm saying? If you could uh cut the mustard for me to even come to introduce you to my mother, my father, because I don't have mommy and daddy issues. Although, you know what I'm saying, people would say, which both of the custodial parents was in the home. You know what I'm saying? No, I had custodial family members around. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's
So
funny that you said that is because I don't know, just like, you try to go into every relationship with a new set of downs, like, we can start out for the fresh and stuff like that. And I try to bring some of the residual or the carryover from other relationships that just didn't work. But I absolutely feel you on that because what happens to you when you get to a point in your life like I feel like that, and I know Keena feel like that too. We both said that. Like you don't get that luxury now to like meet me and me be stupid and dumb. I can't roll like that no more. Because why? Because that person gotta fucking show up every day for the relationship. And I just can't be that dumb. Even when I'm sitting in some shit and I be like, why the fuck is you even here? This shit is just dumb. Like I
yeah,
can't be that person anymore. And I'm sorry if that makes me can't be coy, but I can't do that no more. And like
no,
so sometimes you gotta realize when you meet people and stuff like that, like they over that because they was that person. They
yeah,
tried to let I tell everybody that, and it's funny because people laugh when I say it. I tell people, you want me like this. You want peaches and cream. You want me trying to be like I be all the time before the shit hit the fan, and I'm like, fuck you and everything you got going on for you. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I don't
It's
like your mama potato
try
salad.
not to like give you that person. I try to be that person. Okay, what we gonna do? Okay, so what we gotta do today? Okay, so what we gonna do? We gonna boil some seafood, so we gotta go to 15 fucking stores. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, all right, we gonna do that. Okay, well, we gotta go get a pit. Okay, we gonna do that and stuff like that too. And then before you realize it's 9 o'clock at night, you still ain't started boiling yet, and now you're like got a house full of people and you ain't got no food. So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, like I can't, I don't, I can't live my life like that anymore. Like, I want to
Well,
be
no,
me without having to like. I understand compromise and all that other stuff too. It's not even about that, but I just can't sit around no more and just be that dumb.
yeah. So and I like your point because this is the true fact, right? Because you're right. People want to take shit back to fucking adolescent age. They want to start all over. We're gonna ride our bike together. I'm gonna pull your barrettes out your hair. We're gonna have ribbons and streamers and fucking straws on our fucking bike shit, right? And we want to take that and start from that. But you wasn't there. So I'm not gonna have a trauma bond with you about do I need to fucking validate my shit before I make the next move when I walk out the door. Some state is the unspoken rule of how you fucking move. Now it would be beneath me, right, or beneath each other to say, damn, did you make sure that I wiped my ass or I took a shower before I fucking left out the door? You know who you gotta talk to, nigga, or do your teeth stink? How you gonna have a valid conversation? Your fucking teeth stink, nigga, and like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is the
What?
part. No, I'm talking about, you go out here out the house, you got to prepare to
Do
go
you
out the
care
This
house.
how the
nigga's
fuck I'm being
hilarious.
represented? Do you care how I'm representing these streets? Like
There you
even if
go.
I'm gonna go out there, you need to be able to say, babe, won't you put a top on? Won't you change them shoes?
Here's
I know you
here.
just going to the store to get a block of Velveeta cheese, but damn, can you change do rag? Can you put your do rag on that look good? Not that motherfucker that you just wear
Yeah.
with
But
it
here,
just
people,
left. Like,
so people looking
here
for that, right? And yes, that people, it's plain and simple how we said in the beginning, is role reversals now, right? So you actually got the business woman that concentrated on the career. They got the nigga who's been concentrating on this shit. So when you start merging your social security numbers and all the rest of this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, it's like, who is the boss now?
When you said that.
You know what I'm saying? Now who's the boss? You know what I'm saying? Now who's the boss, right? And they don't have a separation because either one or two thing is, right? We looking for, like you're right, we're looking for the feminine, coddle ass woman. We're knowing that we need a person that's gonna stand up. You don't need to ask my permission on how to make the move because in the beginning, you didn't ask my permission to make the move when you moved on me or I moved on you. You know what I'm saying? So conduct yourself as you wasn't born yesterday, right? Have some adult conversations about your shit, and let's get to living our life. We having kids, we getting married. Ain't no, oh, let's just wait till my financial thing get up here, right? Because now, you know what I'm saying, you enter the thing of procreate, then it's an accident. It wasn't the right time. Now I gotta fucking nurse somebody's feelings when I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't think I was gonna go this way. Well, what the fuck you thought it was? You here? You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy or the most peculiar thing, I guess you could say, is motherfuckers change, man. Niggas
Yeah.
grow. Niggas ain't the same at all. Like, so it's basically adjusting, accepting, rolling with the motherfucking riding the wave. Because man, moods and moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Moods and motherfucking moments. So
Yeah.
once that commitment is made, you gotta kind of roll with it, nigga, because motherfuckers change. Niggas ain't the same motherfuckers they was last week. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's like, in terms of value, as long as you're getting something of value, and it could be a beautiful woman to raise your kids that don't work. It could be a woman that help you raise your kids and do work. It can be, whatever. As long as she isn't just there, you'll find some value. You know what I'm saying? You, as a man, you'll make it happen, and whatever she can bring, she brings. Especially if you're accepting of her like that. If you're looking to make her your wife, or you know what I'm saying? Unless you have a particular set of rules or a particular set of motherfucking standards, then by all means, run your run. But at the end of the day, after meeting those standards, the real motherfucker will show. Bet you that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's subjective. You know what
And
I
I do
mean?
value
At
that.
the end of the day, it's subjective. As a people, though, I believe the value is there. I believe we love our people, man. I believe we hold ourselves to high ass standards that some people think are unachievable or unnecessary to achieve, but we do. But that don't mean the value and the love ain't there. You know what I'm saying?
No, so I rather have not the word love, but the loyalty in action. Because a lot of people go smoke up your ass with all this and motherfucking bomb you with, I love you, you the best thing, the best cup of suit of shit. But you don't know that in wisdom, and you're right, Frank, the value is the kids. You know what I'm saying? The long lasting things that you invest in, right? Because you are absolutely right. Both of y'all, everybody's right when it's like, people change. And what's the first thing? I wish it was the old you, where if the old you is no growth. Just what's in front of your face. Now, are you accepting of it? Because I take accountability for all the shit that I do, whether good or bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? But did you come and ask me, is everything with you okay today? How are you mentally doing today, right? But if I catch you try to babyfy me or try to pacify and you can't
Hey,
take your titty out my mouth, you know what I'm saying? Then we got problems. Because
so
we
we on
know
the podcast.
we know the main thing is the man is not going to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? And these days, the woman not going to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? But you can't call me and tell me to come over here to say, show me how to turn the washing machine
All
on.
right, July 9th in Cancun.
You know what I'm saying? T- call me and tell me how to
Okay.
do this. But the thing is it not feminine for a woman to do the little shit, or do she have to do it? Because if I'm in the house, it's going to be taken
I
care of.
think, not to cut you off, but I think that
Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh shit, I was talking to Duke. I'm sorry, my bad. I thought I was on mute. I
Nope.
apologize.
We got you.
Let me call you back. I hit mute on my end. I thought I was on mute. I
Yeah.
apologize, fellas. I apologize.
Yeah,
But what you call it, jellyfish spine ass dudes now? That like on that picture want to be lifted in the air and be like they the most important thing on the planet? Because you into his emotional side, where it shouldn't even exist like that?
Well, I mean, back to what before I even like lost where you was kind of going with it. I ain't selling. You know, I ain't selling. So you're gonna be able to communicate with me effectively. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sorry. Let me just wrap this up in just one phrase. I give what I require.
There you go.
So everything that I can name that I want, I can get time, attention, love, respect. I can give that. I can give that to you, and I'm not gonna short you one of those, and I'm not gonna let
Yeah.
you short me.
Yeah.
So you know, and you. So I'm just, you know, I'm not selling it on anything like that. So I'm not. So I'm just not. Fuck it.
But see, and the thing is, so this is the one thing that I have too, Matt, right? And Frank and Shell. It's like, what's that new thing? They try to demasculize, what you call that, demasculize me, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the goddamn word, whatever the shit is, right? And it's like you got too strong of a personality and too strong on how you move. It's like like Nick Nash, you on 10 all the time. You know what
Here, let
I'm
me
saying?
cut you off, Nick. Right? I
Good.
don't want to cut you off, but you keep getting
Go
further
ahead.
and further away from what the actual conversation is about. Right?
Okay, my fault.
And you know what I was trying to say before you went on the second rant is that well, now all three of y'all are wrong, right? You guys are
Well,
wrong in the way that you're looking at it, right? I
okay.
think that I think that you guys are looking at the question that's running on the bottom from the backwards angle. I think you guys are looking at it, or what your explanation is saying to me. All three of you guys in three different ways. You guys are saying what's supposed to be, right? You guys are saying what in a perfect world should be, right?
Oh,
And then you guys go on, you know, these, you know,
examples.
effective explanations of why you feel that a particular thing should be.
No,
That ain't what
I
the
think
question.
I answered the question when I said no. I don't think it's. It can be. I
So
don't think it's all the way value because there's no even give or take.
what the question actually is, the way that I'm meaning it, right?
All right.
The way that I'm meaning it
All right.
I hear you.
is, how do we look at the other person that we are entertaining being in a relationship with, and what kind of things do we require that that person bring to the table so that we can actually give them the value that is necessary for us to consider them uh, 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 fucking qualified to move on in life with us, right? So when you know, and to kind of tie in the video that we first saw, you know, with Cynthia G talking about B Simone. B Simone, like I said before, had expressed admiration for the black man in general, right? Black woman saying she loves the black man. And then you have a black woman who comes out and her positioning is, well, you sucking black man's asses because black men don't value us. Black men treat us like this, that, the third, and the other. Black men regard us as this, that, the third, and the other. And so it brings the question to me, okay, well, what do you want black men to regard you as? And do you really fit those qualifications? So let me take the question and let me ask it in a different way and use a different, more polarizing example, right? This kind of came up in the conversation that I was having the last couple of days. So there's a podcast that I watch that they generally get a bunch of chicks, um, bunch of young Instagram models, OnlyFans girls, stripper chicks, chicks that are just young and really about the money, right? So let's just, you know, I'm saying that so that you don't think that I'm representing this as the population of women in general, these women's attitude. So these women's attitudes are, shit, get the bag while you pretty, right? at all costs, right? Use niggas to get the bag. Fuck with niggas with bread, you know, that you can finesse out the fucking money, this, that, and the third, right? Now, this particular group of or type of women come on a podcast, right? And I only mention who they are like this because they all have the same qualifications, right? So the host asks them, okay, well, in terms of money value, how much does a guy have to make a year to be able to be in a relationship with you? And invariably, these women say 6 figures. 6 figures or better, right? $100,000 a year or better, right? And it sounds reasonable, right, for a chick that's coming down the pole, you know, making 300-400 a night in ones or whatever the fuck, right? Or somebody on Instagram doing their thing. The reality of the scenario is that you're talking about 10% of the population, not 10% of the male population. 10% of the population earns over $100,000 a year in this country, right?
It's a low
Then
number.
when you start talking about the male, just cut that in half.
Yeah,
Just cut that in half for the idea of equal pay for equal work.
4%.
Right? So now you're talking about, you know, 5%. We'll just even say 6%. You know what I'm saying, of the male population that makes that kind of money, and you eliminated all the rest of the men from even having a conversation with you, right? But now do that, ask that same question in reverse and make it a man who makes $100,000 a year. Make
He
it a
not gonna
man
come
that
talk.
make it a man that makes $80,000 a year.
He not gonna
Right?
talk to you.
No. Listen to what I'm saying, Nick. You make $80,000 a year. You meet a chick and shit, right? You like this chick, she got personality and some more shit, but she's the bagger at the fucking supermarket. You ain't fucking with her. You
Hell
fucking
yeah, I'm
right, you
fucking with her.
fucking with her, nigga.
You
You
goddamn
goddamn
right.
right you fucking with her.
Yeah.
So there's a very big disparity in the way that men and women value one another when it comes down to how, you know, picking a mate for the rest of your life, what kind of things they need to bring to the table, right? And I think that what you guys are saying right now, in all of your examples, are picture perfect scenarios, or in Shell's case, the lack of a picture perfect scenario. So fuck that. I ain't just stupid like that. You can't fool me like that. But what I'm saying is, if you were to meet a motherfucker tomorrow, what do this motherfucker look like, and what does he bring to you that is good enough for you to say, okay, this is the nigga that I want to move forward with? And the same thing for a woman in you two niggas' lives. Well, not so much you, Frank, you married.
Yeah.
Not only that, though, I don't go into situations thinking like that.
Yeah. So and I get your point now, because to me, let's just fucking cut to the meat and potatoes. Everybody.
Here, Nick, before you do that, let me do this. Watch this.
Think about Black men and dating in general. I think about their preferences, and sometimes I don't feel like they're always checking for us.
Hello.
So I think specifically of a well-known celebrity who has been highly publicized for beating Black women. But when I think about what his recent comments were about the hair of Black women and who he would date based on her hair texture, it infuriated me, thinking that, well, that one, who is a role model for a lot of Black men, is not checking for us. He's making it seem like there's something wrong with having the one
But
one
do you
B.
realize you said that one? That could be for any
But that's
race.
not just
it's
him.
that one.
It's not
But
just
it's not
him.
just him. Within the industry, they are fetishizing mixed women.
They do.
For
sure.
They
Niggas
do.
freak anyway.
Excuse me. Yes. But just if you have any sort of exotic,
Doing each other.
and that's the problem.
You're
That's
right.
what you're talking about.
You're absolutely right.
I'm going to go all the way back there.
I grew up in a family that I was too dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I was too dark, but then at the same time, my grandfather was a white man. But as I grew up, Black men weren't interested in me. White men were attracted to me, okay? But my attraction was always a Black man. That's what I want in my life, okay? The Black men, they're there for us. There's an understanding, I don't have to try. I can just be.
Y'all there? What happened to Nick? Oh, here he comes.
Oh yeah.
You guys catch that? So the point in me showing that video was to show that there seems to be this very big disparity in the way that black women and black men see black men in prospective relationships with black women, because in every one of those examples that were and I got another video too, in every example where you will hear a black woman saying that she's the most devalued, that black men don't fuck with black women, that there's all these different obstacles in between moving the black family forward, right? You have most niggas is saying, but that ain't true. That ain't true. You talking about that 1% of motherfuckers who exceeded the glass ceiling in terms of finances and were allowed more choices, right? More choices were being available to them in terms of the different array of women that now find him attractive, right? And so that particular guy is less tolerant of um, things that he has to do in order to work at making a relationship work with a sister, with just a regular sister born after 1970 sister. You feel what I'm saying? So a nigga that's making $200,000-$300,000 a year, this nigga is attractive in a whole different way to a whole different caliber of women, and so his specter of choices is widened, right? And so a motherfucker is like, damn, why the fuck would I even have to work? Because don't seem like she's trying to work with me. Whereas a nigga like me, right? I'm thoroughly committed to the advancement of the black family, which includes the black woman and the black man at the head of it. I don't give a fuck how chauvinistic you think it is. It's what works in my mind, right? So I'm thoroughly and fully committed to that, right? And I ain't got no fucking money, and I ain't got no whole bunch of choices either, right? Which makes it easier for me to be committed to whatever problems and shit I got to work out, whatever obstacles I got to work out with my woman. The question becomes, does the woman recognize that in the man, or is she simply rolling on the idea that niggas always mean you some harm? That there's always some kind of obstacle that you have to overcome with this black man from the outset. Like you got to establish, I got to establish that this nigga ain't going to talk to me any kind of way. And regular niggas is like, why would a nigga talk to you any kind of way? What the fuck is that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, but these are real things that live in a black woman's head that, a black woman deals with, right? So we can't just say that because it's not accurate, it's not real. No, it's real, right?
It's
It's
real.
real for you. You feel it, you know what I'm saying? And not only do you feel it as a woman, but you act on it. When you come out in public and it's 13 of y'all at the fucking cocktail table talking about black men, then the conversation becomes exactly that, as opposed to, well, no, I think that black men are really, really trying. I think black men are trying to understand us. I think that there's a fundamental difference between men and women, which is why we are having such a problem communicating. I think that men don't value our feelings as much as we do because they value facts more than they value feelings. See, these are all things that I'm a man, and I'm just saying this shit off the top of my head, right? Because it's things that I actually can empathize with. But when you switch it around, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just coming from a purely emotional point of view, then all this logical shit that I'm talking about right now never gets to enter the conversation. So again, like I say, or like I'm asking, how do we really value each other? Like, are the things, do you have a particular threshold or a particular criteria status that you have for your mate to fit into? And is that criteria realistic? for the
So
type of men, women that you meet throughout your everyday life? Are
so
you setting yourself up for failure at every corner?
we are. So right there, how you articulated that is the thing is that we can't even get to that point, right? So it's always the frequently asked question because we don't know how because it don't fucking exist, right? So we trying to get an idea, like you said. Then we start putting our personal thing is our fantasy land on the shit, and the thing that needs to actually happen, right, is that we have to learn how to heal first, right? Because we go into shit wounded from the all the fuck shit that happens before, right? So then you say, well, you remind me of this. And Shell, you hit on that earlier. You remind me of this part. So I don't want to go through that again, right? So you actually put up demands. Where if we all highly demanding the shit, we always focus on that instead of the fucking same thing. And Mac, you brought this up a while ago when you said uh, that when we be communicating, you always give us the part of about you don't you don't hear me, but it's like no, you hear me clearly. You don't even hear me saying that I hear you. You remember when we had that conversation
I
about
remember we
that?
had that
It's
conversation.
you know what I'm saying?
I always say that.
I think that, like, it's all about, you touched it based on too. It's sometimes it's about honest, honest conversations about realistic expectations. And when I say that meaning that, sometimes you do. Sometimes you could be two people that just care about each other a lot, and for all intents and purposes, you would think that because the love is there and because the feelings are there, that it would naturally evolve. That's not the case these days because no two people think alike. So I'm finding that you can be with somebody, you can have all the feelings involved, but if y'all, and I don't have to think like you and you don't have to think like me, but we have to be able to meet in the middle. Like, I'll probably always be single. I don't put no big criteria or have all these hopes and expectations like that. I try to more or less, like, I kind of go with the flow a little bit, try to leave room. I try to treat it like a vacation. Like, I don't want nobody to set up my whole day on vacation from morning to end. I want to be able to be like, okay, well, we don't want to do that. We want to do something else, you know. And I kind of am like that in how I think in reference to relationships. But what I'm finding is that the men I'm dealing with, well, in their mind, they have a whole outline.
Share
And
cancer like me.
it's hard. It's
Mm.
an analytical mind, and it's hard to. It's just hard because if you're more of a, like, well, I'm gonna pick my battle in today. That's not gonna something that we gonna argue about. I don't have to win on that one today, but again, when I'm gonna just give you the perfect example. So I hate that when I come to you in reference to how I feel, and this is about how I feel about something that you could have done or something that you might have hurt my feelings and you didn't know it, but I'm letting you know that when you did this, this made me feel like this. At the end of the day, when I regret saying that, because the person that I'm telling it to found some way to flip the shit over on me and made me feel fucking even worse and stupid for even saying some shit, that's the stuff I'm talking about. So
Now,
is that so it's just very hard today to, like I said, yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that somebody might not love you, but people could be in love with you but don't know how to love you.
so then my
and,
thing is right.
and it's hard when there are some, you- to me, all the love languages are supposed to some kind of way segue into the next one to be compatible with another one. But with some people, it's just no, like it's and but I said all this to say is that a lot of times the signs were there, and you just
Oh.
chose
Only
to
black.
try, because you really wanted it to work.
Yeah.
But at some point, you when is when? When do you get enough of? I was so excited to fucking talk to you until I talked to you.
Yeah. So my thing is, let me
I
put
was
on this
all
other hat.
fucking day. I was excited. I was every time the phone rang, I hoped it was you. Only to fucking talk to you, be like, fuck, like how did that go? Fuck your left.
I think I'll be giving motherfuckers that every once in a while.
So let me put on.
I think I cause that feeling every once in a while.
Yeah, like, I cause it every day, right? Because my thing is, right.
Motherfuckers
Look,
get off the phone with me like looking at the phone like, why'd I answer that motherfucker?
so
I
look,
knew it was gonna go all bad.
I be giving this thing. I'm gonna put on my other hat, right? Because like even what that lady was saying, right? Look, I don't need you to grab this temporary bag, right? You know, say this fictitious bag everybody trying to get, right? Because in our life, how I would conduct my life, if you haven't upped your conversation about where's the property, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take myself out, and I like how you made this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an employee in this relationship. I'm an employer. You know what I'm saying? When you come in, we both employees. So where is the stuff that we're gonna not fall back on, falling ahead into, right? So if your conversation is about, I'd rather you be loyal to me and say, hey, so if I conduct myself with you and mix your life, right? Where's the properties at? Where's the business? Where is the kids? Who we gonna pass this on to it? So I know what God designed me for, right? Is actually being accomplished. If I close my eyes tomorrow. So you got a sustainable business. You know what I'm saying? Our our seeds are getting this. They know how to protect themselves, pick up a banger, you know what I'm saying? Do the math, you know what I'm saying? Build infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Build the things, carpenters, masonry, mathematicians, right? Because, you know, we get our degrees, we get all this stuff and try to apply it to our life as we being employed by each other. Period. You know what I'm saying? Until we start having that adult conversation, because you just can't fire me tomorrow and you think you go find my replacement when you walk out the door. Just like Matt used to say, right? On the pimping side of the game, it's like you lose your feet, you lose your seat. You know what I'm saying? So where's your stronghold on it? You know what I'm saying? So we are
Nigga,
both
I
picking
didn't
from
say
the money.
that. I didn't say that. And Yogi corrected your ass on that shit the last podcast, nigga.
Who said it?
It's move your meat, you lose your seat. Yogi said that, nigga. What you mean? She said it on the podcast. Nigga attributed the shit to me and said the shit was.
But
Yeah.
look, but the thing is, right? So this is the part that we actually got to start if we're gonna make a change on, you know what I'm saying? The mentality part about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we could talk till we blue in the face. If we don't actually apply it and keep on try to justify why it's not happening that way. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't getting no younger. We way past that part. That's kind of like high school shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we like you said, we've been in it. And so I hope that our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, our people out there could actually understand we don't gotta break everybody down to their very last compound and try to remake them or remix it into some shit that only works for fucking temporary. So like this, right? Period. It's like,
Let me ask you something,
you
Nick.
know, we
Let
need
me
to
ask you
we need
something.
a
Let me ask
permanent
you something,
solution
Nick.
to a
Let me ask
temporary.
you something, Nick. Let me ask you
What's that?
something, Nick. And I know I'm cutting you off, but let me ask you this, right? What is it that you are looking for in a woman to live the
Lloyd,
rest of your life out with? What qualities, not no abstract ass bullshit
no,
about some
plain and simple.
spiritual journey shit, nigga. What
No,
do she need to be about? Personality, characteristics, fucking income, job scenario. Like, are you trying to fuck with the homeless barefoot bitch with crud around her motherfucking toes, begging for fucking drinks at the liquor store? Is that the bitch you trying to fucking with? Or do you have a different standard that you require at bare minimal that a woman that you fixing to live the rest of your life out with has, brother? That's what the question is.
The all I need is loyalty and communication. Period. You know what I'm saying? Everything else fades away.
So the barefoot bum and bum in bitch that's loyal and able to tell you that I ain't gonna do nothing but drink beer and beg for money at the liquor store, you fucking with her.
She doing something.
Get the fuck out of here, Nick. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Real nigga, this is Piranha Pond.
That's exactly her.
Politically correct shit. We can't be
That's
canceled,
exactly
nigga, till we
her.
get hired. So nigga, tell the truth, nigga. Like,
So
nigga, I need a chick, you know, say like I need a chick to fucking wipe my ass. I need somebody that's gonna drive me up and down this motherfucking hill to see these. I need somebody that's gonna rub my fucking feet. I need somebody that's gonna get her ass up and go to work. I need somebody that would be financially stable and shit, so we don't have to worry about. Like, nigga, keep it real, nigga. Stop talking in circles. It's the Piranha Pond, homie.
So the thing is, to keep it real, I had that shit at the end of the day. We ain't
talking about what you had. We talking about going forward. Right now,
going forward, all I need is somebody to understand that my life changes every day, right? So are you willing to do that with me? Because it's not no 5-year plan, it's a 24-hour plan, period. You know what I'm saying? So you not wear no deodorant, you don't have to cut your toenails. Are you here in the thing to, at the end of the day, do I have a peaceful place? And that's all the fuck I want. Everything else will fall into place. You know what I'm saying? If you got a peaceful place for me, you know what I'm saying, to thrive in, and I could rise in the morning to get that, pray, manifest, whatever the fuck, can you sustain that basic necessities? And I got everything else covered. I don't need to say, oh, you could breathe now, and I could. No, it comes automatic. It's involuntary fucking muscle. That's it.
Let me ask you something, though. Play devil's advocate. What if you met all that in City Girl? What if somebody came to visit somebody you know around the corner from you? She spent like 2 weeks there. You feel head over heels in love with her, but she absolutely was not moving to the mountains. But you really, really, really liked her, and you wanted to see where it could go. Would you move your ass back to Inglewood if that's what she said? And she was like, there's only 2 options, because I'm not coming to the mountains. I'm not living on the mountain. I can't, hold on, and say she had a valid reason. I can be that secluded. Not even so much that I just don't like the scenery. What if, because you admit it takes a certain type of person to be able to just live their life like you live, right? So when you do meet up on the woman that you absolutely adore, but you know this life wouldn't be suited for her, she ain't made for fucking mountain lions and berries. How do you handle it?
So the thing is, right, I'm in my peaceful
Which is
place.
why I asked you, did you have the fucking monks for Tibet on the mountain? Like, was there any reason why you can't find that same level of continuation of care elsewhere if you needed to?
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? I'm at my peaceful place, right? Because you know, and this is the thing. If I'm not at peace, you know what I'm saying, then I'm no good for nobody else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're there because it's your peaceful place.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because in my life travels, I didn't, you know what I'm saying, without bragging about it, I didn't did all that to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like Max, I'm a walking movie. And I could go put up some references, or how they say now, I could show receipts, and niggas actual and factual. You know what I'm saying?
So my thing is, well, you know, just give it to, you know, a little dig at my piranhas because I love y'all, but I'm neither married nor satisfied. So I'm still moving towards accomplishing some shit. And, you know, hopefully not having to walk this road these last 48 years or so by my motherfucking self. However, life has taught me some very, very poignant lessons about relationship politics. And life has taught me some very, very harsh lessons about life itself, right? I think that my life has given me one particular gift that most people could develop but simply don't take the time to because you're living life right now. And that is the ability to dissect all the moving parts of a particular scenario and kind of figure out where we're going, especially when you're talking about, in relationship with other people and what other people do in relationship to my life, right? So when we talk about, um, you know, man woman politics, right? Sexual politics and shit, are the way that we look at one another, the way that relationships work, how you get to failures, how you get to successes, all these different types of things. I've had the pleasure and sometimes the displeasure of going through some shit, right? And actually paying attention, right? So I say all that to say that more than anything else, I know how I work, right? Like I know the internal workings, machinations of KMAC, right? I know what makes me happy, what makes me sad, what irritates me, what I'm trying to do, how my mind works, how analytical I know all the shit that there is about me, right? That could be problematic, or it could be a fucking crutch for the woman that I'm trying to deal with, right? Because on the one hand, if you're trying to figure me out, it's too fucking much to try to figure out. On the other hand, if you're really trying to understand me, I can give you the fucking all the answers. I got them right here. Just ask.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you. You feel what I'm saying? Thing about it is, most people aren't like that. Right?
No.
So most people don't know what they like, don't like, what makes them work, what makes them tick, and they really have no understanding of the signals that the other person gives you to let you know what makes them tick.
Exactly.
Right. So
Yeah.
the thing about it, and this is what's really hard to hear, the, the, the evidence bears this out, that when you don't have an acute awareness of what's going on in your relationship and a fucking distinct plan on how to get from point A to point B, you're pretty much gonna fucking fail.
Period.
You're gonna fail, man. Pretty much, man. It's so few motherfuckers that could tell you that their 50-year marriage or whatever and shit they just skated through, never had no problems, nothing to work out. We was
Cap.
always on the same accord. That shit don't work like that. You gotta fucking work at some shit. And in America, we don't want to work. We don't want to work at shit.
Mm-mm.
We don't read the instruction on the goddamn VCR machine, man. How you gonna read the
Exactly.
instructions on a whole nigga? It's way too complicated. I got time for that shit. I got to go work. That's the kind of shit that you'll hear if a motherfucker saying, look, man, I'm trying to tell you about me. I'm trying to tell you how to get along with me. Oh, you overthinking shit. Like that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, and it's going to be all right if it's meant to be. No, it's going to be all right if I mean it to be.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And so when it comes time to giving value to the other person, then for me it's just simple mathematics, right? And it's real simple mathematics too. Like you have some things about you and I have some things about me that are not conducive to one another, right? We need to address those things before they become relationship killers. If we don't, just fucking ignore them and just go with all the happy shit and try to ignore all the fucking times where it's difficult, then what we're doing is we building a relationship on top of a cancer.
Exactly.
We're destined to fucking be done. And what
it's gonna blow up.
Point, right? But not what the fuck is the point? Like, I ain't trying to do this. What the fuck is the point? Like, why do it without a plan? Why do it without having some understanding? Why spend all this motherfucking time together trying to become happy and successful together without having some kind of road that we know we're traveling down together, at the very least understanding one another, right? As opposed to simply, okay, well, this nigga's mad. He got attitude. I don't know why. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about this nigga attitude. What you mean you don't give? You better give a fuck about everything that happens with me, because I care about everything that happens with you. And that's where
good, better, indifferent. Mm-hmm.
That's where we kind of fall apart, right? Because, like I say, with me, it's simple mathematics. It's like, look, this is what we need to deal with, and if you want to get to the promised land, and you don't want to deal with this, you don't want to get to the promised land. It's just that fucking simple.
Yeah.
Period.
And again,
That's all there.
again, like you said, I find that the signs, most times the signs are there. It's just making the decisions on if you most people just how long you just gonna keep on trying. Sometimes it's just sometimes you gotta kind of have to call a spade, and nobody want to be the one to be that
You're
person,
absolutely
but
right.
sometimes you gotta just be like, look, like how many fucking times we gonna keep breaking up and get back together? Shit ain't changing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not changing.
So
at least I'm woman enough to say that. I'm a Cancer. I love all things in most people. And I can take a lick more than most. Cancers could take a lick more than most because we will stick around a whole lot longer than most. Because we like the idea of love. But
right. Damn right.
Right. We're hopeless romantics, and I fucking mean hopeless from the H to the fucking
every day on the podcast.
Right. So sometimes it's just like, right, like when how long are we gonna allow ourselves just to be miserable? Because again, I can't wake up, I can't take much more of waking up and dying to hear from you, and then when I hear from you, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to talk to you for the rest of the day. So right, and actually my moon is a Libra and my rising is a Taurus. So both of them are Earth. Yeah.
I got special people in my life that I stood up here and talk like I'm still in high school for 3 or 4 hours when I got phone signals. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm at their spot and it's the real conversation about life, where we actually going. So when we mix our two life together, that it rolls in that part. And then when it stopped, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like when the days coming to an end, you're right. Do I have a peaceful place? You have an understanding that it don't take that much. I'm gonna give it all, everything that we need, not everything that we want. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't come down to material things, or if I'm turn out the lights in a 5-bedroom house, so forth and so on, because I'm just sitting here still eating macaroni and cheese and peanut butter and vanilla wafers. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that filet mignon and stuff, but to other people, you know what I'm saying, this is the epitome of success, right? And we never look at the basic simple part that the definition of success is to communicate with others and get past the next day. That's a successful thing to me. That's a successful fucking day.
So in terms of the actual question, my position is this, right? I think that a lot of times, more often times than not. Here, let me just make it bigger, right? I think that in this life that we live in America, this capitalist society, whatever, right? Our world. Kingfish 104. When in this world, right, we kind of are stuck on supposed to be's, right?
Oh, I got you.
Our entitled existence is kind of how we value ourselves, right? It's based on what we think is supposed to be, right? Like, I'm supposed to be fucking rich. I'm not, so, I don't think of myself as being a successful person, right? Or whatever the fuck, right? So everything is kind of based upon what we think should be as opposed to what is. And in some religious societies, kind of focusing and acceptance of the present, like kind of what is and being in the moment is a real thing and shit, right? I think in our in our religious experiences or whatever, our spiritual experiences, we kind of say, enjoy the day because tomorrow ain't promised to you type of shit, right? But we don't because we spend all our time worried about what we don't have or what the other person doesn't have, who we trying to build with, right? So in the terms of sexual politics and shit, right, romantic politics, when it comes down to that perfect 10 person that you have in your head that don't exist, right? um, is this image of this perfect person that does all the right shit, right? Hits all those bullet points. And then you start to work your way down that scale from there, right? So you start at the 10, of course, that's unattainable. Then the 9 is, the millionaire motherfucker that you probably not gonna never meet. And then the 8 is the nigga that, owns the fucking clothing store around the corner and the doctor and the lawyer that you got to go talk to, you know what I'm saying, to deal with your fucking divorce shit or whatever the fuck, right? And then, the fucking 7s and the 6s is regular niggas like us, right? So everybody is shooting for the 10. Everybody is looking for that 10, but that 10 ain't gonna get it. Like
the pool is small.
Bring it back to, like I said, that podcast, this is a real podcast, and you got chicks that come down the pole saying they ain't fucking with a nigga who don't make less than $100,000, at least $100,000 a year, right? Like, really? You feel what I'm saying? So that's where you starting at? Like, really? You feel what I'm saying? You just
I said, like last
and
time we talked about
and
this,
feel comfortable enough to tell you that.
Like I said, those will be the same
shit.
women at the end of the day that'll be lonely by themselves,
so
stuck. You know what I'm saying?
So
For everybody else
that's
that's living in the real world, it's something altogether different. A
So
lot
that's
of us
what
trying to make it together.
That's
You know
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
coming to. That's what I was coming to. So basically, right, you got everybody, right? Men, women, everybody has this picture perfect, person that they would want to spend the rest of their life. And not just the person, but the scenario, rich, famous, don't have to fucking get up and go to work, play poker all day, every day if you want to, fish whenever the fuck, live on the lake, whatever the fuck, right? All that shit is in our perfect 10 shit, right? That we know, nigga got to be 1 in a million to achieve that shit, right? But everybody that comes in your life is hitting some fucking point that's below that 10. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody is getting a particular, for lack of a better way to put it, a number valuation and shit, right? So
number evaluation.
So the lawyer chick that I would go talk to about structuring the Piranha Pond shit, because now we just got $1 million deal or whatever the fuck, and she fucking tall and chocolate and batting fucking cute eyelashes at my ass and shit, right? Her ass got a whole lot of more value in the sexual marketplace for me than the chick at the fucking Ralph's that's 22 years old and don't want to go to college and just bagging groceries because her mama says she had to get a job or get the fuck out the house. You feel what I'm saying? It's a difference, right? The way that they show up in my life, and that difference kind of it informs the way that I regard that person, right? So you stop looking at things that are really intrinsic to the relationship, like does this motherfucker give a fuck? Is she empathetic? Is she maternal? Is she, compassionate? Is she, a fucking asshole? Is she selfish as fucking a dickhead? You know what I'm saying? Is it all about her? These are things that, we don't even get to understand because we are so putting all this extrinsic shit in front of us, right? External shit, right? How much money do a motherfucker make a year? What do a motherfucker look like? Is a motherfucker over 6'1"? Is a motherfucker well groomed? Have you been to prison before? All these, do you got kids? And all these different things that are quantifiers, you know what I'm saying? That kind of, the more of these things you have, the more your ass is knocked out the motherfucking box of qualifications. So when it comes down to the cool chick, you know what I'm saying, that's about her bread, you know what I'm saying, getting her money, going to work, got a little side hustle, you know what I'm saying, you know, her self-esteem is intact, got her degrees and shit, and you know, I dig the fuck out of her. But to her, you know, I come in the door, ex-convict, trying to make a fucking podcast work, driving DoorDash, nigga half a foot away from selling another bag of weed, all that kind of shit, right? All the things that is check this nigga off the fucking list. Yeah, you cute old nigga, but fuck you. You gonna fucking quit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I think we bring those things to the conversation. I think we all bring those things to the conversation. Niggas too, you know? I think that men have more of a realistic ability to deal with the actuality of their situation. Because like I said, when you flip the script around and you say Nick is making 200,000 a year, and then you know, the $11 an hour bagger chick and shit, you know, she flirty with him every time he come through there buying this little, you know, fucking millet burgers or whatever vegan shit this nigga's eating nowadays. You know, this nigga, you know, he will explore that further. That nigga will leave out that motherfucker and look back and be like, okay, yeah, little mama, I kind of like your swag too. And in his mind, he thinking about at 200,000 a year, he thinking about, damn, what is it that she's trying to do other than bag these motherfucking groceries that I can help her with? Because that's how niggas think. Now switch it around. Make it to 200.
Hold on.
Make it to $200,000 a year woman.
No, let's bring it back there. So because you saying it like it. Okay, so what about the chick that's making 6 figures a year, but then you find out 2 months to the relationship that sis got some problems. Sis around the corner on the wall doing girl fight at night. So obviously she got some shit going on with herself that why would she choose to go get beat up on doing girl fight at night, and then by daytime a corporate fucking lawyer making 10 figures. So do you stick around? I mean, so do you stick around for that?
So look, so the thing is, right?
Do you help her out? Do whatever? Do you work? Do you have the patience to work with that?
The reality of it is, go ahead, Matt. The reality of it is because I can meet somebody right now, right, driving the damn Honda Accord, and yeah, behind the scenes, they're the 6-figure person. You know what I'm saying? And they tell you all this stuff, but this is where you caught them at, or you caught them in the grocery store, not looking at the vegetarian.
Men how men think.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That way. Conversation to have with average people.
Yeah.
What you
so
own? What makes you?
Yeah, but then the thing is, right? It can change in 24 hours.
Sometimes people got just, I told a friend recently that some people just require a little bit more patience than others.
Yeah.
I think you can say the same on both fronts. I mean, like we could be at the family barbecue and things going good and the fucking family love you and they love me and everything going good till it's fucking don't.
Yeah.
Then I'm at the fucking barbecue cussing the fuck out your sister because she just took me there and I tried to like really not go there. And now the same people that fucking love you looking like, oh, she got an attitude. No, she got anger issues. No, she just stupid. And if y'all y'all just pacify a habit that most people won't.
Yeah. Because
as a man, right quick,
go ahead.
As a man, I'm a real analytical thinker. I don't waste conversations about much of shit. Anybody I run into, it is about business or progression. We generally don't talk about nothing else if you're talking to me. Man, woman, period. So as a man, yeah, we do think like that. I think like that about everybody I run into.
Yeah. So my thing is how I think, whatever it is, everybody has a position, right? Look, so the thing is, right, a doctor is a position, right? A lawyer is a position. You know what I'm saying? You know, the person that's bagging the grocery is positioned in that zone, right? So the thing is, if you leave out the door, right, and you actually, that don't exist no more in an hour from now. So you just told me, you didn't campaign with me and said, this is my life. Come union with me. Come on the journey with me. And it could change in 24 hours if you don't own yourself. If you don't take the creed and ownership of yourself, right? And you have that, where that is long term. You know, that somebody else can take, because you're in a position of making this. This is the things that retrieve revenue, houses, status, because the position that I am. Anybody can lose their position at any time, but if you have ownership of something, you own it. You know what I'm saying? Roger's tax solution, Mac own it. You know what I'm saying? It could be a conversation. He could be around championship mindset, and it could take off tomorrow. But just like he said, that this jacket would actually find. Do he live by that? Do he walk with a sign and say, hey, 1984, da 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 da? No. You know what I'm saying? You look at the appearance or whatever until you open his fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that is the thing that everybody's looking, because one day you could be $1 million motherfucker. Tomorrow you could be the bum asking for a motherfucking McDonald's coffee.
Trading
You know what
places.
I'm saying? There you go. You know what I'm saying? So if the prerequisite,
unfortunately, I don't think that's what's going on. I think that what you're saying is what should be, but I don't think that's the way that things are working out in the vast majority of these conversations that
but we
that
lost
are being
them.
had. Why?
Because this is the thing, right? Because people are saying, just like you said, they got to meet all these criterias before you even could talk to the lady in a nice little dress. You know what I'm saying? You got to pass all this shit before this man. If he got on some motherfucking Kenneth Cole shoes or whatever, some motherfucking some Uggs or some FUBU shoes, he's out of style. You know what I'm saying? He's not even worth talking.
Nick, that's just because of, I think, like we were saying before, or I was saying before in one of the previous podcasts, that niggas like us that kind of come from a different life, leading a different life now, we kind of out of the conversation and shit, right? But let's just say, this podcast jumped off and we making $1 million a piece a year. Now Nick is a whole different kind of motherfucker, right? You're not a different person, but your marketplace value suddenly changes, right?
My position.
You looked at by the women who you would be looking at to marry, right? To build a relationship and marry and grow with. You ain't worried about being broke and fucking living in a box, right? At the bare minimum, you got it. You got all the living expenses at the bare minimum, right? Now, what you would hope for is that this would be a woman who, is pulling her own, doing her own shit. You know what I'm saying? And, not really even fucking tripping off of your shit financially, but in terms of attracting you, right? You are now the motherfucking prize, right? What I'm saying to you is this: the you go outside in the bar and you meet the chick who just came from the fucking meeting with the big pot growers, this, that, and the third, working with the state. She in the fucking skirt suit and the fucking, she's a lawyer chick and shit, right? Dealing with the pot shit. Stopped at the fucking local fucking hole in the wall down the street from your house to get a drink before she hit that motherfucking hill. And y'all strike up a conversation, right? Now, she's obviously attractive to you, right? It's not because she's a lawyer. It's not because she's a fucking in the suit. Now, same chick, same place. No fucking lawyer suit, none of that shit. Hey, how you doing? I'm cool. I just moved into town. I work at the Piggly Wiggly down the street. Do you stop talking to her?
Hell no.
Okay, now taking the same set of circumstances, right? The lawyer chick, right, stops in the bar. She's in the bar, at the bar by herself, right? Nick, the fucking cannabis executive, coming from the same motherfucking conference and shit, right? Just didn't meet her in your suit, shit, fucking, cufflinks, nigga, hooked up, your whole shit, suave, nigga, you bought your bread too, right? You fall in that motherfucker. Hey, how you doing? Are you coming from the conference? Whoop, whoop, this, that, and the third, right? Conversation ensues, right? Same Nick comes in the motherfucking bar from fucking replanting plants on your fucking hands and knees, fingernails dirty, some more shit. Same conversation. You think she talking to you, nigga? The fuck out of here.
I think she's talking to him.
She ain't talking to him.
Nah.
It sounds fucked up when you say it out loud, but it really is our reality.
Yeah.
Talking to him.
Okay.
No, but I actually had that situation, right? But I actually had that situation, but I had it at hello. But then the thing is, look, this is a cold twist, right? So look, but the cold twist is, right? So why you didn't tell me about? You know what I'm saying? No, but the same twist. Why you didn't let me know when I met you that you came from this background? Right? I said, would that have changed this fucking situation? That I was a person of standards, and that's why I said when people like ask, "Oh, what you do for a living?" My conversation ends right there. Also, for real shit.
I'll tell you something else, right here. Give you I'll give you an example that Nick ain't gonna be able to use himself as the fucking one motherfucker who it don't happen to, right?
The one.
So at that,
he's seen it in real life.
That last video that we saw, right? The last chick, dark-skinned chick, short hair, she got up and she said, "Black men don't check for her." Blah blah blah. This, that, and the third, right? She feels like niggas just
they pass
don't
over
like her, right? They pass over. Now here's the thing, right? I looked at her and I said to myself immediately, "Well, you attractive as fuck, right? Like a nigga on the street would want to fuck with you, but the experience for men our age in America is that we speak to black women on the street, you guys ignore us. Period.
They scared.
It ain't about them being scared. It's just what I don't know why the fuck y'all do it. I remember when we was about 17, we used to really just ask, like, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Mama Whoop?" And she passed by, and the motherfuckers like, "Damn, why you don't want to speak?" You just straight up ask, like, "What? I'm ugly or something? What the fuck?" Right? Because the niggas like, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? Now at 50, if you do get up enough to say, "Hey, how you doing today, sister?" You expecting to just either get the fucking cold stare or just a straight ignore. If you get "Oh, I'm doing okay. How you doing, bruh?" You damn near fucking floored. As a matter of fact, you might think that she like you just because she spoke. Because that's been our kind of experience and shit. Am I bullshitting y'all or am I over exaggerating this?
You're correct.
I think
they call it catcalling.
I'm from the South where everybody talk to each other.
Not here. You better look. You could be.
No. Flip no. Let's flip it. Nick, how many experiences in New Orleans did you have like that? I'm serious when I think that it's
we everybody speak to each other down there.
Thing.
Yeah, everybody. Look, I get hugged, kisses on the cheek. Ain't no, "Oh, wait, hold up, you're getting too close." When I'm in New Orleans, it's like it's warranted. It's a respect level. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing.
Your family. We talking about strange women. You walking down. You in the supermarket, Nick. You in the supermarket by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got none of your rings and your chains and none of that shit on. And you
I talk to strangers so much till people think that I may have ulterior motives. I talk to people.
Why should they think that though?
Because
it's so uncommon.
Because it's not the norm. But it's the norm. But it's the norm here. It's the norm where I'm from. I mostly get it from people who not down south.
No, you be like, "Hey."
So I
you know what I'm saying? But
so I think, but hold on, but not to take away from the integrity of the conversation. I definitely get what you were saying, and yes, it happens. I just don't find that it happens so much down here.
Well,
Yeah.
what I'm saying at 56 years old, right? Let's just make it me personal, right? I personally feel it's been my experience that makes me feel this way.
Oh, I'm
That when I,
overdoing it, Ro.
that
I'm
when
over.
I that when I speak to a strange black woman, right? Um, I'm generally going to get ignored or a look like nigga, are you serious? I got a boyfriend. That look. Because I believe that whatever energy comes off of me by saying, "Hey, how you doing today, sister?" means I
You
want to
plotting
fuck.
against her. Yeah.
So since I've been 14 years old, right?
Now we
This
definitely
has
need to
been
change that
this has
narrative.
been my experience in California and everywhere that I've been for any length of time, right?
No,
That
it's definitely
sisters
about the
be
energy that you give. You need to
now,
be able
now
to give.
here, let me show you the difference though, right? Chicks that you would never think would fuck with me just on spec get put in a scenario where you got to interact with me on whatever level and shit, right? And it changes the scenario because I really don't fit what I am on what I look like on paper. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
And that
True.
becomes like, what the fuck is up with this nigga?
Yeah.
And
Where'd you
fuck
fall
around
off
and
at?
yeah, you turn around and look up and shit, and you be talking about you working with some feelings or some shit that you don't understand. Like, damn, right, shit, with me.
You know what I'm
So
saying? And look,
intellectual.
you know what I'm saying? But it's a reoccurring nightmare for us. It really is a nightmare for us because that's how it end up being. It's like we too good to be true. They go out there looking for the cap. You know what I'm saying? But we cover all of it. But it's like, uh, you know, I know Mac didn't have this, but I didn't see and realize, Mac, you too good for me. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
ain't never too good for nobody because I'm ratchet
no,
as a
no, no, no,
motherfucker. Just not getting
no. But I
fucked
said
up.
You
I didn't
too good for me.
look. I
I'm with
heard
all the
this
fuck
woman say,
shits.
That I'm not
you know what
fucking.
I'm saying? Look, I didn't heard women say, Mac, you
Fuck
too good for
you.
me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what she was talking about or who she was. I'm letting the comments slip.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I
And when I
like,
do say it, I say it facetiously.
yeah. But I'm happy that we got to this part of the conversation because now we have to steep everything in reality base, right? Things change on the drop of a dime now, right? And that is the part where, like you said, it's the
Bro,
part where
hilarious.
we try to value our relationships and everything off of the material things, where the material things could be lost. I done seen people's house get burned down. That on me, it's like, hey, so in just the amount of time that you choose to build it, right, it could be lost that easy. Now, I'm 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 failing in the whole thing because um that we can't rejuvenate this part or how I want to feel. And what how you call it, shit, you said lost love, lost respect, lost whatever. Cherish every moment that you have with the person, no matter what it is, because at any given time, like Frank said, it could change. You know what I'm saying? Who has a midlife crisis?
Talking about me.
Nah, it's no such
Nigga,
thing.
I'm the only one in midlife. My
You know what I'm saying?
crisis is
No,
I need some bread. Shit, that's my
your
crisis.
your your midlife was 24, boy. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy as
That
fuck.
was look from 14 to 24. That was our midlife. But uh, I, I like how we actually bring it up because it is still an ongoing problem. You know what I'm saying? Since, like you said, the 60s and the 70s, right? And we haven't gotten nowhere yet. It's still the same conversation. You know, it's still the same thing. It's like, when the men was disappearing, going off to war, dying, you know what I'm saying, get murdered in the streets. And like you said, now it's got down to 5 to 6% of those people that do that. And we're not functioning in the same environment. Then how you actually gonna get up there? You're gonna get invited to somewhere where you in the room with these people? You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna say Tyrone around the corner, you still ain't shit, but I love your ass to death. or you gonna say you ain't no shit? Well, and I still not love it, but I'm loyal to that part. You know what I'm saying? Run the extension cord, fill that bathtub with water, and we gonna still keep it going. Because if you try to go look around the corner, it's the same motherfucker.
Motherfucker's crazy. Yo, that's a stupid rush, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I need a tarot card reading. Can I get a tarot card reading on a Piranha Pond?
Hey, what I think
I got you.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, Nick.
Oh, I know you messed up.
I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that I think that in terms of to kind of continue where I was at, I think that in terms of the valuation of the other person in a relationship, I think that
it could be better on both sides.
we need to kind of go back and where I'm at, right? This is kind of what I do, and I think this is what works. But it may not, because I'm still single at midlife.
You choose to be.
Yeah. So I think that you just need to decide that you want to be good in a relationship, right? That you want somebody that's good in a relationship, right? Like back in the old days, in the fucking cowboy days and shit, right? And cowboys, they chose a wife based upon was she a wholesome woman? Was she, did she have that mothering instinct?
Wholesome.
And all these kind of different qualities, these internal qualities and shit, right? Now, I'm not saying that the same internal qualities is what you should look for nowadays, but you should base being in a relationship on some of these internal shit. Like, is this a good woman? Is this a good man? Is this man a provider? Is he a fucking protector? Is he considerate of my opinion? Does he value, womanhood? Not me as a woman, just womanhood. Does he recognize that he needs a woman to make him whole? And when you catch that kind of guy or that kind of woman on the reverse angle, then all the other shit, all the shit that we place up in front of right now at the very beginning, the things that we say are deal breakers, all those things start to develop. So if this nigga is not a nigga that's gonna be about moving forward financially, right, economically, moving the family forward, right, then you're gonna see that. You don't have to wait to get a nigga that is already showing you that he bought his bread to decide that this is to make that the qualifying thing to get your ass in the door. How about you get in the door with a nigga who just shows that he's about y'all's life, and then that bread shit and status and all them different kinds of things is going to be developed, and you're going to be able to appreciate them a little bit better because you developed them with this nigga, as opposed to this nigga already had this shit and you trying to find your place in his fucking life. Feel what I'm saying? Because what comes on the other side of all these different criterias is, personality. Like I said, if you're a chick who's saying, I want a nigga that make $250,000 a year. If you don't make $250,000 a year, you can't talk to me because you the fucking, on the fucking cheerleading team for the Miami motherfucking Dolphins or whatever the fuck, and these are the kind of niggas that you be around. Oh, okay, fine. You feel what I'm saying? That's what the fuck you gonna get. But when you get it, understand that that's what it is. So when the nigga don't value you, when the nigga got 2 side chicks, and this nigga's bold enough to tell you, shut the fuck up. You got all the shit that you wanted out of me. You got the big house, you got the bags, you flying over to Paris and all that status bullshit that you thought was qualifying. Okay, I gave you all that shit. But guess what? I got a little chick over here and shit, right, that live in the barrio. She listened to what the fuck I'm talking about when I need to work some shit out of my head, right? When I'm talking to your ass, you're talking about shopping in fucking Key Biscayne, some motherfucking some shit like that, right? So understand that you get what the fuck you pay for, right? If you're not looking for a nigga of substance, you simply looking for a nigga of monetary value, right? A nigga of some kind of equity.
He gonna treat you like that.
A nigga that can buy you, right? A nigga could afford your life, then you gonna get treated like something that got bought.
You got to add
Period.
on to the other. You got to add to the other
You
part
don't
because
get
you're
to
gonna have to
come
be
back
out the
and cry
house.
about it. You don't get to come back and cry about it. 5 years later, and I wish this motherfucker. I wish I would have got with the nigga that was working the elevators and shit because at least he had promise and he loved me.
And generally, the side bitch ain't no 6-figure broad.
Hell fucking nah.
No.
She the stripper chick coming down the pole.
Yeah.
Getting her bread, get chipped off a little something here and there. She ain't tripping,
Yeah.
Something you can
She
invest
trying to be
in.
number one. She
I
trying to
really
be
love
number
Something
that.
you can invest in. Something you can mold.
Or, and this is even worse. And listen to me, Michelle and ladies out there. It's the work wife. It's the work wife who he talks to.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't
Every
screwing her.
time.
He ain't screwing her, but he spend more time with her than he spend with you. 8 motherfucking hours, a third of his day woke.
Yeah.
The other 2/3 he spend one of them sleep. Niggas spend 8 hours sleep, 8 hours with her, and then 8 hours somewhere. You can get some of that time somewhere when they come home and shit, right? Cook some dinner.
Yeah.
Argue over the dinner.
I'm excluded from that too. I work around a bunch of dudes, so no work wife.
Hey, that sends out the flowers and pick out the nice cards.
No, I'm talking about the nigga who, the materialistic chick got with because the nigga was, moving in them circles and shit, right? And producing that kind of income, being able to afford that shit. And you ain't connected with this nigga. All your shit is superficial, right? All your shit is about what this nigga could do for you. Okay, well, he doing all that shit. Now you happy, right?
But then he fucking around and got somebody that he got an emotional attachment with.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
But then the one that's
the worst ones because that's the ones that ain't just ending.
Frank, who's Maggie?
I don't spend no time with nobody. Maggie be way up front. I'm way in the back.
Who's that?
That bullshit.
Oh.
Right, work like y'all.
What about nothing?
He woke up right now. He's like, you see the
and that's my boss, nigga.
That nigga Frank said, I ain't got no work.
Don't do Frank. Don't do Frank. Don't make us ban. Don't make us ban spouses on this show, girl.
Ultimate bullshit. I'm in the back where all the cats is at. I won't even be up front like that unless I'm Summit, nigga. That's my boss.
But allegedly, look,
no. She called me to come get tonnage. She called me to come get attendance paper. Pay sheets. It's about it. I see that bro probably twice a day. You don't know you don't.
Allegedly. Allegedly, I got different addresses in the mountains, allegedly. So I got, different addresses in different wives in different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm back there with a bunch of dudes. I just want you to know, Shell. Right here,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we ain't gonna bring up all our little work husbands and shit though. We gonna keep that there. He the one working in offices with dudes and trade numbers and shit. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, but look, Frank. So I got.
Wait. Just gonna kill the gang.
Yeah.
Allegedly
my ass. Allegedly my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Allegedly you lucky shit. Allegedly you lucky shit not Caucasian.
I swear to God, I love your ass.
You know what I'm saying? So allegedly, I got Caucasians, as what Nick Mo says. You know what I'm saying? He just shacked up with all kind of Caucasians
who like puppies.
Oh, in the dog cage back there.
You put that same room. You in that same room again.
You back there?
Why the fuck is you in the garbage chute? Soon to buy.
You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to analyze that shit all day. Right, and when I saw
he got
all
that security
puppies,
lock on there, nobody coming in
and
stealing stuff.
I said, he in a vet. He got a veterinarian. He got somebody to give him some free space with the Wi-Fi. Not mad at him. A lot of puppies, but hey, it's Wi-Fi. and he ain't going off and coming back on all day. So
Yeah,
Hilarious.
you know what I'm saying. So, but the thing is, right? So allegedly, but like you're right, Matt, and I like the point that we made tonight because that is a
we love you,
stereotype
brother.
problem. You know what I'm saying? This is a stereotype problem that
I'll bring it
affects
up.
everyone. You know, because that's the thing. Because we can't even make it past that point of discussion. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So hopefully, people out there,
right.
you know, that will actually pick up on it and make that decision. Get everything that you need, not everything that you want. You know what I'm saying? And what you need is a place where the other person where could get you from, you know, coming from a place of understanding and accepting. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all how we're going to get apart. And except if tomorrow it might not be the same, but don't try to remix me. You know what I'm saying? And think that I need that old person back. Because Frank was right. We grow in value. You know what I'm saying? We don't stay stagnant and lackadaisical. There you go. That's what it is.
Shout out to my sister-in-law, me.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to right there.
Look
She
at
is
Thea's
trying to
face.
this.
What's the deal, Thea's face?
Comment section is
Frank, I don't think
on
Frank hear you.
insane today.
You can't hear us, Frank?
What happened now?
You come to
Allegedly.
you conscious, you hear?
Oh my God. Frank got my
That
eye
nigga been in
hurt
the
now,
car
man.
smoking hash,
I
y'all.
mean, I'm just saying, man.
Right.
All right, well,
My
look,
eye.
we had an hour.
Time and place for
And 40.
everything type of shit.
We had an hour and 46 minutes. Go on, wrap it on up. The end of another great one, actually. I really enjoyed this one. Shit.
Yeah,
Wait, so somebody eye jumping.
mine.
That mean you lying.
No, I got the neck spasms and stuff.
Hilarious.
That's because
Want to give a shout out to
Stop it. Allegedly, I'm in the dog cage.
Want to give a shout out to everybody that joined today on Facebook, YouTube Live, everybody in the chat looking out. Shout out to the Piranhas as usual. Catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays live at 5/7 Central. Everybody that joined us on Facebook, jump over to the YouTube side of the game and give us a sub over there. And what else? That's pretty much it, huh? No more church announcements at all.
Yeah, Road need to contact me. I need to get a tarot card reading.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Go to her page, nigga. She got a YouTube page too.
Right. She sure does.
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
Rowway Tarot readings.
Yeah,
So go
I'm
look
going
her up.
over there.
I'll be subscribing in the next minute or two.
Support black YouTubers, goddammit.
All day long. That's what that's my other job at my job. I'll be like,
all right, yeah. I'll be in
like, what you
contact with
doing?
you.
I'll be like, hold up.
Yeah. I'll be in contact with you on the thing. You might have to pull up. You got to probably FaceTime me or something. I don't want to interrupt whatever situation you got, but I need some tarot card reading day. Allegedly. Get my mind right.
Support black YouTubers.
Got a birthday coming up? Put up long flyer, Cash App.
Oh yeah.
Your baby turning 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my son's birthday will be Oh,
like, you know.
Oh, here it is.
29.
But shout out.
Little pancake, huh?
Shout out.
Oh yeah, December 20th. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do a million. Girl, we're gonna do 100 shows before this.
Well, I know. We gotta wait up.
We got a couple of more shows. We're gonna get good cash apps for you on that one, right?
That's right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, as usual, you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Catch us on the replays. Give us a comment on the replays. It shows up in real time. Jump over on the YouTube side of the game. Give us a sub over there. And as usual, we have been live at 5/7 Central from the Piranha Pond. And now we are
deuces.